If there will always be people in the world who find fulfillment in their lives by belittling, bullying, and dismissing others, does that mean we should stop trying to lift people up, stop fostering self-worth in our children, and stop creating a more hospitable and welcoming society? It is precisely because so much that is not kind has become normalized that we must be that much more kind in response.
Scene 1A, take one.
Hi, my name is Bruce Reyes-Chow, and I'm a writer, an author, a speaker, and a pastor. I've always had people around me that were fighters for social change, but never did so in a way that tore people down. That part of why we fought for justice and equity and equality in the world was because we were all deserving of it. From people who raised me in my home church, my grandparents, my mother, they've all shown me that we can actually change the world and we can engage in issues of justice without dehumanizing and without stripping dignity away from each other. Kindness. To be kind is to acknowledge that every single person is created and complex, and then to treat them and act in a world as if you believe that to be true. And I think these days it's really easy just to say we're divided or that there's left and right or good and bad, and I think the world is much more complex than that. Kindness allows us to step back, or challenges us to step back and see that the world is much more complex than we would like to think it is. We lost empathy for each other. I don't know if we've lost empathy in a way that empathy can be measured or that it can be somehow decided that if I'm more empathetic, then somebody has to be less than. I think what has happened in the world is we've lost our commitment to value empathy at a level that allows us to actually live it out with one another. We've fallen into the idea that to be empathetic or to be kind only about small gestures, and we've lost the discipline to do the difficult work to be empathetic with one another. How do we regain empathy? I wish it were an easy 1, 2, 3 process that you could just do these 3 steps and boom, you're more empathetic. But being empathetic, like anything we're trying to do in the world, is going to be informed by a commitment to seeing that other as complex, but also carry struggle and pain, and that every interaction that I'm going to have with somebody has an impact on them and them on me. And by making that choice every day, every interaction, I'm committing to creating a world that is much more kind. How do I hope this book impacts the world? The world is never going to be saved by words on a page. It's going to be saved by human beings who choose to live differently in the world, who choose to see one another through a much more complex lens, who choose to treat one another with kindness and empathy. And so what I hope is that this helps us to re-engage and re-embrace what it means to be kind and not see kindness as an act of niceties or avoidance of conflict, but a way that we build one another up, a way that we find healing within ourselves and with those who are close to us and with society and the world. That when I'm kind to myself and to somebody near me, that will just ripple out, and that eventually we all become more kind and the world becomes more healed.